Hello everyone, I am Dorothy May Patricia M. Dinagsaw, and I interviewed 5 high school students about the 3 qualities of mathematics teachers that they like and the 3 qualities of mathematics teachers that they do not like. So the following are the compilation of the videos for their answers for the interview.
Hi, the qualities that I like about math teachers is that their communication skills, familiarity with the subject, their funny characters that students can relate to. As a student who struggles in math, I really need a teacher that can communicate well and that can keep up with us. Also, a teacher that is familiar with his or her subject is a must because I think that helps not just the student but the teacher also to explain the lessons easy and precisely to the students. For me, since math is hard or difficult to understand and can a serious topic or subject, I think a teacher that has a funny side is good because it can lift the mood during the class. The things that I dislike about math teachers are their attitude sometimes, how they teach us, and their aura, I guess. For me, I really dislike those qualities because it makes me hard to approach them, especially those teachers who have attitude, but not always. Is that there are some, and the way they teach us, the subject is already hard, and how they teach us is really confusing. And also they had this aura that is so scary, which leads to not enjoying the subject.
The top 3 qualities of math teachers that I like are teachers who knows how to motivate the students by giving them rewards or incentives for their participation. The second is a teacher who teaches meaningful lessons in which the teacher relates the topic in our daily lives. The third quality that I like is a teacher who is knowledgeable of the topic being discussed, in which he or she teaches in a simple and understandable way. Clear explanation. I like those qualities because it made me motivated to learn more in mathematics subject. The 3 qualities that I do not like for math teachers are their serious type attitude, the unapproachable teacher, and lastly is being uninterested towards us, the students. It is because it made me unmotivated to learn and do the activities in math.
What are the 3 qualities of a math teacher that you like, and what are the 3 qualities of a math teacher that you do not like, and why? In my perspective, math teachers must always be patient, considerate, and loving. It is healthy for us students to have a math teacher having that kind of qualities due to the fact that mathematics is honestly a strenuous subject. A teacher that is willing to share their knowledge to everybody and expressing their passion to all around. As a student, I have encountered a lot of different characteristics of a math teachers. We all know that in learning something, there is always a repetition process in order for us to learn thoroughly, especially in number. That's why it is a sad reality that only few of our math teachers have the quality of being patient.
Okay, so firstly, good qualities sa math teachers that I've nabantayan ako sa school. Firstly is how math teachers makes mathematics interesting through giving real life application. So na yung mga problems sa math na ilang ginabase sa real life na situation, which makes connection sa topic ug sa real life gyud. Silbi na easy na siya to understand, and also it makes an interesting mo click ang student sa subject o sa teacher because of it, because of the real life application. Ikaduha, making their complicated topics very easy to understand through their method. So whatever method it is, may it be sa TV or na sila ginabutang sa board, any methods nga dali ra makasabot ang mga students, for me, through discussion nga ilahang gina-conscious dili sila ga palisod-lisod, they use kanang words nga dali ra na mo masabtan or nako nga dali ra siya na mo magets. Di sa para sa teachers nga they use complicated words or makita sa textbook nga we all know not all students read books, right? So ilang gina-base ang ilang words sa level sa students. And third, they adapt to students learning type, or they base their standards to the students or the specific classroom or the class, because some teachers dili ni sila able nga set ilang standards according to the students capacity or students standard nga naiuban jud nga burag hina jud sa nga math. So they base their teaching through the standards of the students. And these are the three qualities nga dili kayo na kumoyunan sa math teachers. Firstly, I have observed that most of the math teachers that I have met so far creates boundary between those students who are good in mathematics and those students who are not good in mathematics. So basically, they make boundaries to the students, may it be sa activities sa school, or mostly those students nga mas maayo sa math, they give more attention to those students compared to those students nga dili jud kayo maayo ani nga subject, which makes the students either ma-inferior sila sa uban nila classmates or superior sa uban nila classmates. And ikaduha, they don't pay much attention to those who are not good in mathematics, which I really observe in my class in grade 10 and also in senior high school. They don't pay attention much to those students. They only communicate to those students nga mas maayo ani nga math, and they give more activities in school. Oftentimes school or even their teachers nga dili gid nila subject teacher, they pay attention to those students because kay good lagi og math. So it creates a boundary to those students nga dili sila kayo maayo. So sa schools and teachers and students nga maayo ni sila jud na mag-uban. However, those students nga that are not really good at mathematics or dili nila kusog ang mathematics, they are being left behind. And that is my observation throughout my whole high school years in Bansay and whatsoever. And lastly, the quality is sometimes they tend to tell students nga wala nag-grade 10 na lang mo nga, but they question the students' ability nga na masabtan, which is I find very unpleasant, because that's why we're learning in school, because we're trying to learn. But instead, some instances nga naagito sa school, teachers that says things like that nga nakagraduate lagi kag senior high school or nakagraduate kag grade 10 nga di ka ba ni nga basic lang ni equation or whatsoever. So this is very I don't like that quality of math teachers, because math is for me very hard, and hearing teachers say that is not really pleasant, and that's why I don't like it. So it creates an bad impression to students, and it can sometimes give hopes nga burag maubos ilang hopes ba, burag ma-discourage pud sila og learn more because of it, kay they math teachers question their learnings from the past school years or ilang nagian nga class sa math.
So the qualities that I like about math teachers is that I really appreciate how they really try to simplify the lessons, and
we know that math is hard in itself, right? And I really like the effort that it exert to make the lessons simpler than it usually is. And then I like how um, they wanted to relate the problems that are given through real life experiences. And then lastly, I really like, and it's not most, but I like the teacher that I had when I was in grade 11 and 12. The same teacher, I really like how um, I really appreciate him having a really good handwriting. I think it really helps for the students to get the equations right, because you can see that when he's writing on the board, the equations are so organized and so neat. So I think it helps when students learn the equations. Okay, I think that's for the good. And then what I don't like about them is that they assume that the students know what they're teaching. It's like when they enter the classroom, they're like, okay, and then when they realize that you don't get it, they say nga, wala pa rin mo kabalog. Ani, what din gitudo sa inyong teachers. I really hate that about them. Not hate, but I really dislike that quality about them. And then, what I don't like also is that they kind of give attention to those students who really excel at the class during oral recitation. They like, I really observed how they call students who are participating. We can say that they are excellent students. They call them every time, and then unlike those students na makaingon ta nga dili bitaw sila kay kabalo, they don't really know math, and then makaingon ta nga slow learner sila, dili kay sila mapansin, unlike those students na ka-excel jud sa class, permanente sila ginatawag na. So I think maka-downgrade po siya sa students that way. And then lastly, I hate how they're kind of so strict when it comes to equations. I understand how kanang nganong strict sila when it comes to mga like gamay lang nimo nga mali, kanang wrong na dapat. I understand that kay mo jud ang tama, but I will really appreciate na mas lenient sila sa ilahang mga kuan, o kanang mas dapat pud, I think dapat pud nila kanang improve ang ilaha pong kuan bitaw, kanang the way nga mag-teach sila nga kuan, kanang murag i-assume nila tanan nga ang students kabalo na sa ilaha ang ginatudlo. I think that's all. Thank you.
Teachers have different qualities, especially when teaching mathematics. Some of their qualities are good, in which the students really like it, and some of their qualities are not really good, in which it made the students unmotivated. So, from the students that I interviewed, some said that they like a teacher who has good communication skills, good handwriting, and some also said that teachers who are patient. They really love teachers who are patient, fun, and a teacher who makes the subject interesting. It made the students become more motivated and more engaged with the lesson. And for the qualities that they dislike is that some teachers would create a boundaries for the slow learners and fast learners, because they prefer fast learners in participating the activities or in answering questions in which the students could feel inferiority and superiority. So another thing is that teachers expected their learners that they already know about it. But some learners, they don't know that topic, and the teacher gives discouraging words saying that you are already in that grade level and yet you didn't know about this topic, and because of that the students became unmotivated. And also some teachers are strict and unapproachable, and it really affects the students' interest in the subject. They can't they can't ask any questions because they are afraid to do so. Okay, so okay, that's all, and thank you so much for listening.